Hey, sand fans and Dunatics, Sand Phil here. Hey, we got a bunch of stuff to catch you guys up on. First things first, this weekend, which will be, let's see, the 18th. Well, it's not really the weekend, but my crew's going up to Little Sahara, and we will be there this weekend for Outlaw Sand Fest. We're going to be up there, we'll be up there Thursday, which will be the 18th. So we'll be there April 18th, 19th, 20th, and then we'll be coming home Sunday on the 21st. So if you guys are there, I'll put the picture of what the flyer looks like right here. If you guys are up there, please stop by. If you stop by and see me, I'll try to keep wearing my hair hat, because you know I'm really bald. But if you see this crazy guy with his hair hat on, stop by. Please hang out with us for a little bit. Drew will be there, Scar will be there, Craig will be there with his new sand rail. I am not really going to bring him my sand rail this time. I'm not going to bring my sand rail or the four-wheeler because I just didn't get them ready in time. So I'll be hitching a ride with Drew and Craig and Mike and those guys. But definitely, if you guys see me, we're probably going to go in town, look at the car show. There's going to be a big sand rail car or sand car show in town, so we'll be in there from time to time. But if you see me, stop by, say hi, introduce yourself. I'll give you some Sandsquatch Racing stickers, which look like this. But definitely, I know it's kind of short notice. This video is coming out on Tuesday, and we're going to be there on Thursday. But if you guys see us, please stop in, say hi, hang out with us for a little bit. We'd be glad to meet you guys. I'm also going to be going around and getting some good footage of all these crazy sand rails that are going to be there. There's a bunch of guys from California coming up. I don't remember all who's going to be there, but this is a big deal, guys. This is going to be a big thing up at Little Sahara. So definitely, if you guys are there, please stop by and see us. Let me show you around the workshop. I changed some stuff up. I'll show you some stuff that I'm working on. Alright guys, well check this out. This is a 2001, it's a 2001 Yamaha Banshee. We bought it from a guy way up in Tulsa. And I got kind of a funny story about this one. Okay, here's kind of a funny story about the Banshee. Where I live, I am almost in Texas. And Tulsa's at the whole other side of Oklahoma from where I'm at. And that's where this Banshee was. And so I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. We did some talking back and forth and figured out where this guy was. And I told him I would get it, and I had to drive up and get it. Well, for me, that's like a 4.5 hour drive one way. So anyway, I set all the coordinates into my GPS or my Google map thing on my phone. And when I got close to this place, now this is out in the middle of nowhere, and it's dark by now. I mean, I had been on the road for quite a long time, and this is, I'm serious, this was down some dirt roads and stuff, and finally, my GPS said to turn right down this dirt road, which, I mean, there is nothing out there. There's no houses, just some trees, and it was way out in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, I turned down this dirt road, and it says your destination's in like 1,000 feet. Well, all I see is one burned up trailer house, mobile home, way off in the distance, and it's burned up. You can tell, but And so anyway, I get closer, and I get in the middle of this big mud puddle in the middle of this dirt road, and it goes, "You have arrived at your destination." And I was like, I don't think so. Anyway. So I called the guy up. I was smart enough to get his telephone number before I left Ardmore to head up there. So I called him, and he goes, "Yeah, the GPS does that to everybody that stops by." He showed me how to get to where I was going. Actually, he had a really nice house, big shop, and everything. And so anyway, so we picked this Banshee up. Let's go back and check it out. So yeah, I thought that was kind of a funny story. My GPS led me out in the middle of nowhere. But anywho, so it's getting back together. I've got all the plastics and everything for it. I've just taken them off because basically it's set outside in the weather for quite a long time. And so I just need it cleaned up, and I'm getting it back to where it should be. But it's getting there. I rebuilt the carburetors on it. It's got a couple little issues. Like right now, I've got the carburetors all synced up, and everything seems to be doing good. But it's only running on one side of the cylinders. It's only running on this the left side. The right side, I've actually got fuel running out of the exhaust, so I know it's not a gas problem. It has to be some kind of a it doesn't have spark somehow. But I've checked spark on that side, and it does spark. The only thing I can tell you is I ran a resistance test on the coil, and it was way off. So I've got a new coil and a new pickup coming for this guy. And so when they come in, we'll shoot a little video on that and see what fixed that. Over here, it still has some of the Banshee plastic sitting on it. This is a 2003 Yamaha 660 Raptor that we're working on. It's kind of a weird thing. We bought it from a guy, Drew and I bought it from this guy that had a 700 fuel injection engine in it, which here's the engine right there, which we took back out, and we found a guy that had a 660 that just got rebuilt, so we're going to put it back in it because that seemed the better way to go. The 700 might have been cool, but I didn't have the computer for it. The wiring was all wrong. It just seemed easier and a better fix to go back with a 660. So we got that going on. And check out what we got out here under the carport. We have this monster. This is a 2003 Polaris Sportsman 750 twin. And there's the rest of the Raptor plastic I've got stashed on it. But as you can tell, it has a big hole right there where the motor's supposed to be. The motor is in here in the workbench. I got a kit to rebuild it, and trust me, it definitely rebuilt it. But there's the engine. I've started kind of putting it back together, but I'm still waiting on some parts to come in. I need a side cover gasket, crank seals, that kind of stuff. There's the piston. There's the so it's missing some parts right here, so that's why we had to rebuild it. And there's the crank. So yeah, it definitely had some problems. But anyway, that's something I'm working on. If you guys want to see some of this stuff, just hit me up. I will make some videos on it. And I am going to complain about one thing. While I've got you guys here, I don't know if you guys get bombarded with this, but I do all the time. On my Facebook, I kept seeing these indestructible shoes. Okay? So I ordered some. I know, I probably should have looked somewhere else besides Facebook, but I ordered them. I ordered them on Facebook. Okay? Now here's the first thing. It took 2 weeks for them to even ship them. Okay? So I put my order in, waited 2 weeks before they even said that they were going to ship. Then I got an email saying that they had shipped them, and I had a tracking number. But it just said that the tracking sticker had been printed out, and then it took another week before them to even start moving. So for a whole week, all I had was this tracking number that said no activity has happened on this. So anyway, it took about 3.5 weeks for these things to finally get here. And I was all excited because they're flame retardant and waterproof, and they got a steel toe and all this stuff, and I thought they were great. Well, I have had these for about a week now, and yesterday I was working on the Banshee here, and the third time I went to kickstart it, look what happened. My indestructible shoes destructed. So keep that in mind if you guys are thinking about these. I'm not a fan, I gotta tell you. So these are going to be my new sand dune shoes, and this is what I'm going to take to the dunes this weekend. I don't really care if they get tore up, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. Stuff looks good, and then you buy it, it comes in, it's trash. But anyway, so I know I'm whirling you guys around all over the place. Let me see if I can't set you back up here. So, anyhow, guys, that's kind of what's been going on. I know that's kind of a quick wrap-up. we still got a bunch of stuff working. I know a lot of you guys were asking about my son Hunter. He is still making it through the marine stuff. I got a letter from him yesterday. He sounds like he's doing really good and everything seems to be going well. Anywho, what else has been going on? Oh, we had to put a roof on the house. That's why I haven't been making a whole lot of videos either. So Drew and Justin came down from Oklahoma City and helped me. My son Zane and I, we stripped the whole roof off and got all the old roof off of it. And there was, let's see, I think there was 3 layers of shingles on the front side of the house and 4 layers of shingles on the back side of the house, excuse me. But we got all that stripped off, and then Drew and Justin came down. Thank goodness, because I was wore out by then. But they came down and we put a new roof on my house. So that's something done. We got that done. So anyway, that's why you haven't been seeing a whole lot of me. But like I said, if you guys see us out at the Sand Outlaws this weekend, like I said, we'll be down there the 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. So this weekend we will be there. I will be there Thursday morning, probably about 10 o'clock, somewhere in there. So if you guys are out there, please stop by. Check us out. We'll probably be camped on the south side of Little Sahara. So just like I said, look for me in my hat. Anyway, stop by. I'll give you guys some stickers. That's what's been going on. This is going to be Sand Fill out. Be safe on the dunes. Bye.
What the hell?